Welcome, dear learners, to my YouTube channel on blockchain technology and digital currencies. Today, we are going to look at what makes Cardano unique. What makes Cardano unique. And with this knowledge, it's going to inform you on what to even look out for on other cryptocurrencies or other blockchains. And usually these are some of the things you look out for to be able maybe to invest. If you are an investor, to be able to invest in a particular cryptocurrency, or the same logic that applies maybe if you are into stock exchange, like you buy stocks, you trade stocks. These are some of the information. Maybe you look for the particular company or organization. What makes the organization unique? What are they doing? Which makes them unique, and you are foreseeing that this thing will actually be a big win for that particular organization. So all these are the things you have to look out for. All right. Yeah, so the ADA cryptocurrency or the ADA token. So Cardano's associated cryptocurrency is called ADA, or some will say ADA. So the ticker symbol is ADA, capital A, capital D, capital A. Yeah, so usually maybe on exchanges or on crypto websites, you may not see the full name Cardano, but you can see ADA with the symbol attached to it. But that should still make you know that that is Cardano that is being referred to, or we are talking about. So one will ask, what is ADA? ADA, what does it mean? So ADA is named for revolutionary 19th century programmer by name Ada Lovelace, so daughter of Lord Byron. And we know in one of the eras we have Byron era, so we have one of the eras known as Byron era when looking at Cardano's roadmap. So this name Ada Lovelace is the daughter of Lord Byron, and she was also a programmer or a mathematician, and I think the founders of Cardano decided to give the name of that token, the name of this lady, to the token or the ADA coin. So any user located anywhere in the world can use ADA as a secure exchange of value, which is very true. If you earn ADA either by trading or you do some work and you earn ADA, wherever you are in the world where crypto is operational, you can exchange your ADA tokens for fiat currencies. You can exchange it for the dollar, you can exchange it for the naira, for the CD, for the euro, among others. So it's a secure exchange of value. And ADA, as we speak, is currently maybe trading around 24-25 cents, but ADA can increase. There were times ADA increased up to $2 and more. So that is so it's a store of value and exchange of value as well. So what makes Cardano unique? The main difference of Cardano as compared to other projects or other cryptocurrencies is that it didn't release a white paper. You know, usually most of the cryptocurrencies, they release like a white paper, maybe outlining from where they are going to start from, the number of tokens that will be released. This is going to stakeholders. This is going to some contributors onto the ecosystem, among others. So usually this is how most of the cryptocurrency projects we have, that is how they start. And so usually to some extent, making things like they are just rigid, following a certain guideline or a certain line or routine action that is not easily changeable. But with Cardano, that isn't the case. So instead of a white paper, they decided to go the scientific way. That is, Cardano aims to be scientifically peer-reviewed blockchain, always using the best practices to provide optimal crypto ecosystem. So in simple terms, what this point means is that I know those of you who have conducted research, maybe in the university or in the college, you know that before you actually maybe publish your findings, there would have been scrutiny to those findings you have collected, or research methods you have used. So these methods will be what? Your data will be collected, gathered, and then they will be processed, scrutinized. Then once everything is sieved and it is okay, then it can now come out to the public domain, where the information now becomes authentic and reliable for public use, or such that the intervention can now be administered to actually maybe solve that particular problem you were researching into. So that is also the same approach Cardano used in building the ecosystem. So it starts first of all with research. It gets its findings. The findings are scrutinized, processed, and the results are then used in building or implementing the Cardano blockchain. And that has actually made it a very solid blockchain. And it's not so old in the system, 2015, 2017, but the security measures in place, the activities that is going on, governance is in process now, where projects can be voted on the Cardano blockchain. Then we also have scalability. Cardano is trying so hard to be able to increase the number of transactions per second, and that is very massive. And all this is being achieved through peer review. The research come out with the findings, filter everything out, then now implement the findings. So that is one major unique feature about Cardano as compared to other blockchains. Then we also have Cardano's Ouroboros proof of stake. So this is another thing that makes Cardano unique from other blockchains. So a second unique aspect of Cardano is its proprietary consensus mechanism called the Ouroboros proof of stake. And what is Ouroboros? So in Ouroboros, there's more to it. You can go and read more about it, but for the sake of this presentation or lecture, in Ouroboros, time is divided into what we call epochs, depending on how you pronounce it. And those of you who use the Yoroi wallet or Daedalus wallet, you'll be familiar with this word there, epoch. And for each epoch, a new set of validators is voted in by the system. So this allows for better diversity and decentralization of the pool of validators. So in epoch, time is divided into what we call 5 days. So like 5 days. So every epoch is 5 days. And those of you who have delegated your ADA in your wallet, after every 5 days you see that you get rewards or you get incentivized for just keeping your ADA tokens in your wallet and maybe delegating it to a stake pool operator. And usually these stake pool operators are usually those who validate the network. Yes, so once they are in the process of validating the network, they are rewarded. So these stake pool operators are rewarded, and whoever whichever device or wallet has also delegated to maybe a particular stake pool is also rewarded. So that is how come. So that your stake pool operators are rewarded, and from there you are also in turn rewarded for also staking your ADA tokens with them. So that is how it actually works, using the principle of Cardano's proprietary consensus mechanism, that is the Ouroboros proof of stake. So here validators are rewarded with new ADA tokens to distribute to everyone who delegated their stake. Yes, so that is what I just explained, effectively creating an opportunity for passive income. And that is very true. If you hold quite a substantive amount of ADA tokens and you delegate it, or you stake it with a stake pool operator, let's say maybe for example you staked 10,000 ADA, maybe every 5 days you can be getting between 3 point something ADA to 5 ADA, 4 point something 5 ADA every 5 days on 10,000. So on 1,000 ADA, or if you staked 1,000 ADA, you will be earning almost close to 0.4 to 0.6 ADA every 5 days. So within a year, your 1,000 ADA staked can be up to maybe 46. You can get up to 46 ADA tokens just by staking your 1,000 ADA. And that is passive income, which you can always withdraw at any time. So same applies to if you stake like 5,000, 10,000. So if you stake 10,000 ADA to a stake pool operator, you'll be earning up to 460 something, close to 500 ADA every year by just taking 10,000. And with the staking, once you stake, one unique thing about Cardano is that once you even stake your ADA tokens on their wallet, their native wallet, you can move, you can still transfer. You can transfer your ADA. It's not locked. It's not locked, unlike other cryptocurrency platforms where once you stake your crypto, you can stake it for like a year, where you can't touch your cryptocurrency again. And that is not really so comfortable for a lot of people. But Cardano staking is very flexible. You can withdraw your money at any time, even while it is staked. And that is the beauty of it. And so let's say you had 1,000 and you decide to remove 500. So now the calculation for your rewards will be done on the 500 and not 1,000 again. So you see how intelligent the system is. Alright, so Cardano, what also makes Cardano unique is its layered architecture. So when we say layered architecture, it means two systems can be running at the same time, yes, without conflict, where they will all run to the optimum level with which it is supposed to operate without the interference of one layer from the other. So the Cardano blockchain is composed of two main elements. That is the Cardano settlement layer, where all transactions are carried on. So with the Cardano blockchain, so there's one particular layer on the blockchain which is solely dedicated for the running of transactions. So maybe you are sending ADA to somebody, you are receiving ADA. So all this is carried out on one layer. Then we also have the Cardano computational layer. So this second layer is used to deploy smart contracts and govern the network. So you see, these are two separate layers which do not conflict, and which also, as much as possible, reduces traffic on the Cardano blockchain. And smart contracts, I think I covered it in my CETA Blockchain Academy lessons, one of the lessons there. But smart contracts are a piece of code which are written on the blockchain, which are executed when a predetermined condition is met. So maybe there can be so an example of a smart contract can be that maybe pay teacher Kofi maybe $100 if he teaches the 3 classes assigned to him today. So, and how does this smart contract execute? Let's say teacher Kofi goes to JHS 1, maybe he's teaching ICT there. He goes to teach, he clocks in when he was about to teach, then clocks out or sign when he ended, then goes to JHS 2, he goes to teach, clocks out, clocks in and clocks out, then goes to the final class, maybe primary 6, to teach mathematics. He clocks in, then clocks out. So once he teaches the final one and just clocks out with maybe a biometric device, if that is how it has been computed, then clocks out, then automatically $100 is sent to his wallet or account, signifying that the smart contract has been executed because teacher Kofi has taught all the 3 classes required of him for today. So these business use case, so usually smart contracts are business use cases. So they are all also on a separate layer on the Cardano blockchain, making it very unique as compared to other blockchains which have just lumped up transactions and smart contracts on one particular layer. So these layers, so this is an elaboration on what I just said. So these layers can interoperate and communicate seamlessly. So at the same time they can function separately. So it means they can communicate, interoperate. So interoperability, so they can interact and communicate seamlessly without any friction or without creating any issue where maybe the system will have to halt for a particular period of time. So they can function separately, allowing transactions to be carried on even when the network is computing smart contracts or experiencing essential updates. So wow. So this is a very great mechanism that has been put in place on the Cardano ecosystem. Maybe those of you who are into IT and understand traffic, among others, you will begin to appreciate layering or layers in developing a system or developing a program. Once you're able to effectively break down your system into layers where they can seamlessly communicate or interoperate and be able to work independent of each other, it becomes your system becomes very effective and sustainable as traffic begins to increase on it. So another thing that makes Cardano unique from other ecosystems or other blockchains is that it serves as a platform for smart contracts, which is one of the biggest advantages of Ethereum, Yeah, and I just explained smart contracts some few in our previous slide. Yes, so smart contracts is actually a huge thing on blockchain. And sooner or later, once the world begins to adapt to blockchain, smart contracts is now going to be the business use case for every sector of the economy. So with smart contracts, it eliminates the middleman. That is, maybe an organization is supposed to pay maybe field workers for a job they've gone to do in the field. I know now, as we speak now, usually the NGOs, when there's payment like that, the NGOs will give the money to our immediate bosses, and the bosses too will now also now pay us. And usually, this doesn't go well. Some bosses are not honest enough. So maybe if you are entitled to 1,000 Ghana cedis to be paid, they will decide to pay you maybe 400 cedis, 500 cedis, and tell you this is what the donors gave out. And there's nothing to actually, you can't bypass your bosses to go and be asking. You will not even have access to them to ask how much it was paid. Even if you do that and they get to know, when there's another opportunity, they will not even look for you again. But with smart contracts, it actually eliminates these middlemen in the name of bosses who will sit on some of the funds, where the organization pays you, the workers, directly after you execute your side of the job, or you fulfill your side of the agreement. You are paid directly, so which is very effective and takes off the middleman, and there's no form of corruption in that, and which is great. And another point that makes Cardano unique from others is Cardano is more environmental friendly and faster than its competitors. Yes, that is very true. And this last 2 years, last year bull run, I think one of the determining factors was the environmentally friendliness of cryptocurrencies, how friendly the blockchain is to the environment. And we know that most of these proof of work blockchains, they are power intensive. They use a lot of power to actually run their network, and Bitcoin is one of them, which uses a lot of power during the mining process. And because of that, I think it was one of the issues with Bitcoin. They were trolling Bitcoin. It's not, and I think as at then to Ethereum was also proof of work, but they've also migrated to proof of stake now as we speak. And so, but Cardano, foreseeing all this, was built, and because it's a peer-reviewed blockchain, I know all these thoughts during the inception stage were all thought through, maybe about environmental friendliness, and so therefore they decided to go the environmental friendly way by going for what, the proof of stake mechanism for building the software or building the blockchain, and which has actually paid off. If not today, maybe Cardano would have been thinking, just like Ethereum, of moving from proof of work back to proof of stake. But they, foreseeing what would have happened, decided to do it well from the beginning. And I think it's something that we have to applaud Cardano blockchain for. And so another thing, another point that makes Cardano unique, like Bitcoin, is that Cardano also has a limit on how many tokens can be produced. so which creates a sense of scarcity and can help drive up its value over time. So Bitcoin has a limit of 21 million Bitcoins. So we have 21 million Bitcoins. There's no day we can ever have 21 and 1 million Bitcoins. So that is the number of Bitcoins that will ever exist as long as cryptos remain operational forever and ever. So same applies to Cardano. Cardano also has a limit of 45 billion ADA tokens. So we can't have 45 billion and one ADA tokens, never. So this is one of the advantage. And as Cardano adoption increases, you see that once there is scarcity, definitely prices will begin to shoot higher and higher. And so this is one of, so if you are holding your ADA tokens, just hold them well, because with time Cardano value will increase more and more, and a time will come, maybe one Cardano, this is not financial advice to make you go and buy Cardano and keep and say, oh, I said Cardano will increase, but people are anticipating, and from research it is anticipated that there will be mass Cardano adoption, and because of that it might move the price up to $5-10, even up to $32. Some believe Cardano can even move up to $32 per token, and we are all waiting and praying for that. And I think Cardano would have made a lot of millionaires when this happens. All right. Okay, so I think this should be we are getting to our our final slides. I think we are left with 2 or 3 slides, and that will be all for today. So another one is that Cardano is the largest cryptocurrency to use a proof of stake blockchain, which is seen as a greener alternative to proof of work protocols. Yes, this I said already. So when we talk about proof of stake blockchains, Cardano, as we speak now, is the largest proof of stake blockchain, largest and very stable as we speak now, proof of stake blockchain. And with proof of stake blockchains, they don't consume much power or electricity, very minimal. Yes, I think 0 point something as compared to proof of work, which is a whole lot of terawatts hour consumption, which is huge. Yes, I think the power Bitcoin uses, Ghana, we don't even consume up to that a year. No, we can't consume up to that. I think we consume megawatts, but Bitcoin's power is terawatts. So that is huge. Yes. And so these are still some more advantages of Cardano. So fast transactions. So Cardano is created to be highly scalable. At the moment it provides over 200 plus transactions per second, compared to Ethereum's 15 transactions per second. I know I've not really checked Cardano, but I think by now it should be more. And I think even with the Hydra implementation Cardano is working on, Cardano was looking at being able to transact at is it 1 million transactions per second or so. Yes, either 10,000 or 1 million transactions using the Hydra. And I think that would have been very massive. And even looking at Cardano, those of you who have sent your tokens from one wallet, Yoroi, to another, you can see that it's very fast. It doesn't delay so much. Within a minute to 2, if it's from Yoroi to Yoroi or the native wallet, it transacts very fast. and you can have your tokens sent to another person within some few minutes, as compared to other cryptocurrencies. It might even take hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours before it lands, and usually that is not so comfortable, because if you have to pay for something urgently, or maybe you are paying for an online service where maybe there's a timeout of like 15 minutes, maybe for your transaction to expire. So if that cryptocurrency doesn't get there before the 15 minutes, you see that it will expire. And I've experienced that. I wanted to actually pay for a domain name for a website, and I think I decided to pay with a cryptocurrency, but it delayed this, so it was timed out, so I had to even convert the crypto back to fiat money, now use my Visa card to pay for it. But with Cardano, is very fast and can beat that time. So Cardano also has cheap gas fees. So the average cost of a transaction on Cardano costs around, so it's almost around 0.1 to like 0.27 or so, 0.17 to like 0.2, so which equates to a couple of cents, so which is very cheap, The gas fee is very, so when you are sending either from one token to another, you pay like 0.1 ADA as gas fees, as compared to Ethereum some time ago. Maybe you wanted to even send, let's say, $100, you can pay gas fee as high as $15, or even some almost getting close to the amount you were sending. And I actually saw all this at a point. The gas fees was so high, and I think because of that, I think there were a lot of complaints from there. But I'm sure right now too, they have also worked on the gas fee since they have migrated to proof of stake. Alright, so Cardano is also eco-friendly. Like I was saying, eco-friendly means environmental friendly. So one of the main concerns in 2021 bull run is the high amount of electricity required by proof of work blockchains such as Bitcoin. Yes, then Cardano with its proof of stake mechanism consumes 99% less electricity than either of these blockchains, Bitcoin and others. So Cardano consumes even 99% less of that. So that actually makes Cardano a project you and I should be looking at in the long run. And the final point, passive income. So passive income. So finally, every Cardano holder has the opportunity to gain passive income by staking their ADA coins. So the procedure is as simple as purchasing ADA tokens and holding them up in a wallet such as Yoroi and Daedalus. And I know some of you on this call, you have even started receiving rewards. I know some of you have delegated or staked your ADA tokens in your Yoroi wallet, and every 5 days you are receiving your rewards, ADA rewards for that, just by doing nothing. What you have just done is just by staking your ADA tokens, and that is the passive income you are enjoying. Very safe, and you can monitor and withdraw it at any time. So that is the beauty of Cardano, and that is what is also making it unique as compared to other blockchains. And so this is the Cardano ecosystem. I know it has grown bigger than this. So we have NFT collections, we have NFT NFT collections. We have environmental activities going on it. We have stable coins, and even very soon Cardano, I think that will be in January, so early next year, either January or February. Cardano is coming out with their stable coin. That's the JET, DJED, the JET or DJET stable coin, and that will be massive, or that is big news coming to Cardano. So we have derivatives on Cardano, we have identity, we have community tools, we have core organizations, we have research and education, we have NFT platforms, we have social impact, Oracle wallets, we have deployments, among others. So we have a lot of projects and organizations getting onboarded on Cardano, and one of the countries that Cardano has started piloting with is Ethiopia, trying to run their whole educational system on the Cardano blockchain, and this is huge. I think they started the implementation to a certain point. We don't know how far it's going now, but I know with time we'll begin to have many nations running their systems and identity on Cardano blockchain, and which is huge and massive. All right, thank you so much, and this is the end of the lesson. So I will pause here. Whatever questions that we have, you are at liberty to ask.